Hi, it's Scott Allen. Let's have a look at how the Wallabies dealt with their attack opportunities in the first test against the Lions on the weekend. I showed you last week that there are three spaces the Lions have been offering teams in their warm-up games, and they were all present again on Saturday night. Outside the wingers, behind the wingers, and behind the line. Let's start with outside the wingers first. So a simple little run around for Genia, and Moen's able to get the ball to Folau to target that space outside of North. One of the ways the Lions tried to take these spaces away from the Wallabies on the weekend was by positioning Johnny Sexton in behind the line rather than defending in the front line. Obviously, Israel Folau made it look like he wasn't even there in that instance. So was that sort of space available at any other time? It certainly was. Here's an opportunity early in the second half where Ioane's in plenty of space, and O'Connor knows that's where the space is. What he needed here was for Beale to straighten as soon as he gets this ball and give it immediately to Ioane. Instead, as he catches the ball, he's drifting sideways, he crabs further sideways, takes away the space and allows the defence to drift, and the opportunity's lost. Just one phase later, a similar opportunity opens up on the other side of the field. O'Connor's got three players in behind the line with Moen on the end. It may not result in a clean line break or a try, but if O'Connor gives the ball now and the other two players just catch and pass, Moen will have some space to work in. Instead, O'Connor runs across field, confuses everybody, and it's a turnover. And another opportunity, this time with Ioane in space at the bottom of the screen. O'Connor needs to give that ball to Beale now, and Beale straight onto Ioane. He's in some space. Instead, O'Connor takes the conservative option, gives it to Hooper to crash it into the line, and the opportunity's lost. On this occasion, it's Israel Folau who's in space at the top of the screen. If there's one man you wanted to get the ball into his hands on Saturday night, Folau was it. O'Connor knows that, and he's moving the ball wide. As you'll see, these issues aren't all of O'Connor's making. Here the ball is moved wide to Beale, and again he needs to straighten and give that ball to Folau early. Even at this stage, if he gives the ball, Folau's got space. But as you can see, Beale's got the ball in his right arm. There's no intention from him to think about passing that ball outside where the space was. And as a result, a really good opportunity is lost. As you can see with most of these opportunities, there is space to either run the ball outside the winger or kick it in behind them. Here's a perfect example. O'Connor's in the right position, Folau is in space out wide. O'Connor needs to step up, call that ball, and take advantage of the space that's outside. That's one of the game management issues that I was talking about last week. Instead, the ball's taken on by the forwards, and when we come back to the widescreen, you'll see that there is still an opportunity. It's not as good as the previous one, but again, if O'Connor had taken that ball, look at the space in behind the winger for Folau to attack. Here off a line-out, it's already been pre-called that Hooper will crash the ball forward with Gill in behind him. Instead, if O'Connor had called the ball out the back, look at the space out wide for Ioane. The lack of vision with the decision-making and game management from O'Connor at 10 really hurt the Wallabies, and that's something he can only pick up if he plays a lot more at 10 before he's selected there again for the Wallabies. Here's another example where the opportunity is clearly out wide, but O'Connor's going to take the conservative option of giving it close for Folau. Now I know he's in good form and you want the ball in his hands, but you're asking him to take the ball and run it into the teeth of the defence rather than giving it to someone who's in space. Now I guess the only mitigating factor in this one is that you wanted to keep the ball close to try and earn a penalty and a shot at goal. Here's an example with Kurtley Beale stepping into first receiver. He's got three wide players including Folau, and you can see the Lions winger has dropped back to cover the kick. So the correct decision here is run the ball. Instead, Kurtley chooses to put a kick through, which is already covered, and it's a total waste of possession. As I said, most of those opportunities you could choose to either go outside the winger or kick into the space behind the wingers. So let's have a look at some examples where that was probably the best option. Let's start with Will Genia. He correctly identifies that there's space behind the winger and Folau's in position on the touchline to chase the ball. It was the correct decision, just not good execution. Here's a first phase example from a scrum, where it's already been called that Israel Folau will take the ball as a one-out runner, crash into the defence. The Wallabies are probably looking to do something off second phase, but as you can see, the opportunity is first phase in behind the winger, and this is where an experienced 10 would have overridden the call, taken the ball and either used the wide play running it or kicked in behind the winger. As we roll the play on, you'll see that Lee Halfpenny is coming across in cover. But even on this next phase, again, O'Connor needs to be calling the ball, look at the space outside of Halfpenny, and the Wallabies have got Digby Ioane on the touchline. But again, O'Connor just lets the play go on that was originally called, forwards crashing the ball, and there's the opportunity gone. Just 2 phases later, there's an opportunity on the other side of the field. You can see Halfpenny in midfield, North at the bottom of the screen, and as the play rolls on, you can just see Folau coming in, who was on the touchline there. As we cut out to the wider screen, you'll see there was an opportunity for Genia to put this ball in behind the winger. Folau was in plenty of space. I would have backed him to score in the corner with the right kick. Instead, it's turned through the forwards to Ioane, who's held up, and it's a turnover. Now here's Barnes taking the opportunity to target the space behind the defensive end for the Lions, with Folau in position out wide. But he used the wrong kick. He needed a flat kick just over O'Driscoll's head to land in front of North, and Folau was a chance to take the ball. Instead, he kicks it long and high, straight to North with no pressure on him, who's then going to return the ball for a 60-metre try. Do we want to watch it? No. And just finally, let me talk once again about the space in behind the line. You would have seen in lots of these examples that I've shown you, not only was there space out wide, but there's also space in behind the line, as you can see here. So as the play comes to the left, you can see that Halfpenny's followed the ball across, and when he goes to move back to the other side, you can see he's not in shot. There's no one in behind the line there. Again, no one's recognising the opportunity. As we go out to the wider screen on the next phase, now O'Connor is going to take the ball, and look at the space in behind the line and behind the winger, and look where's Folau's position on the right touchline. The Wallabies had plenty of opportunities in that first test, and they did a great job to get as close as they did, but they can do a lot better than that. Tomorrow I'll post my analysis of the set piece.